The following is a production of the Neighborhood Sports Network. Find us at nspn.tv. Spring has sprung. As winter grinds into a spring of uncertainty, a new challenge is born of wind and sky and stone. There is freedom in the open air, a chance to push against the gale, to find a hidden inner power and prove that spirit, not the wind, prevails. So let it rain, let the sun rise high, for we are not made for comfort, but for this. To match the storm beneath the changing sky, and find within the fight a moment's bliss. The elements may rage, the ground may break, but in this fierce battle, we await.
Hello and welcome to our coverage of State Softball 26 on NSPN. I'm Ryan Phelps. We'll have every game this week from North Mankato as we make our way toward Championship Friday at the U of M. Now, let's head out live to Caswell Park and meet the teams and our crew who will bring you all of today's action. You're watching State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
We have reached the AA end of things here in the first round of competition here at the state softball tournament here in North Mankato. Darren Swenson on field number 2 at Caswell Park. It's the 4-5 matchup here in AA as the number 4 seed Rockford Rockets at 23-3 will take on the number 5 seed and defending state champion St. Cloud Cathedral. The Crusaders come in with a 23-4 record. As the umpires and captains are meeting to go over the ground rules to get ready for today's game, let's give you the starting lineups. First for St. Cloud Cathedral, they will go this way. Liz Bell is at second base. Sadie Meyer at third base. Taylor Vout in at first base. CJ Zerjak at shortstop. Kaya Koenig at center field. McKenna Buckentine is the catcher. Berkeley Mathiasen in left field. Finley Polipnik is the designated player. And Kira Alexander is the pitcher as the Crusaders return much of their starting lineup from last year's state championship team. They got here in the sectional play with wins over Malacca 10-0, Pequot Lakes 5-0, Pierce 13-0, Kimball Area 11-1, and Kimball Area again 11-2. So in their 5 sectional games, they only gave up 3 total runs. In the 4 sectional games for the Rockets, they only gave up 2 runs. They defeated Glencoe Silver Lake 4-0, Spectrum 3-1, Annandale 4-0, and Southwest Christian 4-1. These two teams got together to close out the season on May 15th. It was a bit of a high-scoring affair in that one as the Rockets defeated St. Cloud Cathedral 8-6. It'll be Lily Burry in the circle for Rockford in this one, and Lily will have this defense behind her. Kira Griffin in left, Franny Wachholtz in center, and Ashley Stores in right. Ashlyn Mance at third, Kinsley Kelvey at short, Gabby Altman at second, and Lauren Egbert at first, Sophie Westergaard behind the plate, and Lily Burry in the circle. So Liz Bell will stand in for St. Cloud Cathedral as we get things underway here on field number 2 here this afternoon. We are in the 2A end of things and caught up a little bit here on field number 2 as we get going at 3:15, and the first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Game time temperature 83 degrees, wind southeast at 12 miles an hour. Bell in from the right-hand side of the plate, nibbles one foul, first base side. One thing I always ask the question of, the temperature is 83, the heat index is 81. If the heat index is below the temperature, I know it's June the 2nd. Can we say we have a wind chill? 0-2 delivery, barely missed the outside edge, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. I think it's a fair question. Probably have to call up somebody in Chanhassen at the National Weather Service to answer that one. 1-2 delivery, changeup fouled, third base side, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So it's the second meeting between these two teams on the season. They ended the season with a Rockford 8-6 victory. St. Cloud Cathedral, the defending state champions of Section 6. They are at state for the 3rd straight year. This is their 6th trip to state as pitch goes outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rockford won Section 5. The pitch goes outside. Now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. They are at state for the first time in a decade overall in history. It's their 6th trip to the state tournament. 3-2 coming. Inside for ball 4. So Bell fell behind 0-2, but coaxed a walk out of Lily Burry. Runner at first and nobody out, and the batter will be Sadie Meyer. St. Cloud Cathedral trying to go back-to-back. The champions from a year ago. Meyer bunts third base side. It's going to be caught in fair territory by Mance. So there's 1 down here in the inning. One down. A runner at first. And the batter is Taylor Vowd. That one fouled first base side. No balls, 1 strike. Rockford, one of the 4 losses that the Crusaders have suffered this year. One of them was to the top seed in this section, Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial. A slow roller on an swing fielded by Egbert at first. She will tag the bag for the 2nd out of the inning. And there's 2 down here in the 1st inning with Bell advancing to 2nd. She'll be there with 2 down for C.J. Zerjak. 10 seniors on this St. Cloud Cathedral team. Most of them have been playing since their 7th and 8th grade year. Zerjak, a 2nd team All-Stater. We'll look at the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch outside. Two balls, no strikes to count now. With Bell at 2nd and 2 down here in the 1st inning. Pitch high and away. Now it's 3 balls and no strikes. Burry walked Bell to start the inning. A 3-0 is high for ball 4, so that's Burry's 2nd walk of the frame. And Kaya Koenig will try to create some 2-out early magic for the Crusaders. Koenig, in from the left-hand side of the plate, will swing and miss at the first offering from Burry, and it's 0-1. Burry collects the softball, collects her thoughts behind the rubber, now steps to the rubber. And the 0-1 offering, swing and a miss, good movement on that one. And it's 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes to count. 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Burry gets the strikeout, so 2 walks. And 2 runners left here in the top of the 1st inning. As we head to the bottom of the 1st inning, it's St. Cloud Cathedral 0. And the Rockets coming to bat, and the Rockets will bat this way. Gabby Altman at 2nd base. Ashley Storrs in right field. Lily Burry is the pitcher. Sophie Westgard at catcher Franny Wacholtz in center field. Lauren Egbert at first base. Kinsley Kelvey is the shortstop. Kara Griffin in left field. And Ashlyn Mance is at third base. That lineup will face Kira Alexander. And Kira will have this defense behind her. Berkeley Mathiasen in left, Kaya Koenig in center, and Bailey Schneider in right. Sadie Meyer at third. CJ Zerjak at short, Liz Bell at second. And Taylor Vout at first. McKenna Buckentine behind the plate, and Kara Alexander in the circle. Gabby Altman Ashley Storrs and Lily Burry here in the bottom of the first inning for Rockford, back at state for the first time in a decade. Change up taken low, 1 ball, no strikes. The breeze here today just making things feel that much more comfortable. Almost a perfect day to watch softball. This pitch in there for a strike. Forecast looking good for tomorrow as well. We'll ignore the Thursday forecast for now. The 1-1 swinging a foul back. And it is 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. No score, bottom half of the first inning. Dawn Ingebrigtsen, 30th year at Rockford. The pitch, change up outside. 436 wins, 192 losses in her career. 2-2 fist up the first base side, and it stays fair. Vout will field, take a step backwards, and record the first out here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, St. Cloud Cathedral is the 5 seed, Rockford the 4 seed, so Rockford is the home team. Even though the Crusaders are the defending state champion. As first pitch taken low by Ashley Storrs, it's 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 coming. Check swing, did she go? Look down to first, and the first base umpire will say yes, she did. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1 with 1 down. Riser up. Snagged well by Buckentine behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike count. Alexander ready, the 2-1. Change up taken on the inside corner for a cold strike 2. And now it's 2-2 the count. Lily Burry on deck, 2-2, fouled away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The losses this season for the Rockets: Annandale, Edina, and Elk River. Edina, team that qualified for the 4A tournament. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 down. Another changeup and it goes high. And now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Burry to follow here in the home half of the inning. A roller towards second base. Liz Bell will make the play. And an underhand toss to Vout at first. And there's 2 down here in the first inning. So 2 down, nobody on. Pitcher against pitcher matchup with a Lily Burry at the plate. And a scoreless game here in the first. Pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Alexander delivers, slow roller towards short. Obbled there by Jerzak. Burry will reach with 2 outs here in the first inning. So Burry becomes the first base runner of the game for the Rockets. We will have a courtesy runner at first base. That will be Autumn Mance. Mance at first base with 2 down, and Sophie Westergaard will try to extend the inning. The left-hand hitting catcher for the Rockets. No score, bottom half of the first inning. Across the way, the top seed, Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial, has a 3-0 lead on the 8th seed Esco. Pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. The winner of that one will face the winner of this one at Caswell Field 1 tomorrow at, 4:30. The Field 1 winner, or the loser of this one, will play at 11:30 tomorrow morning on Caswell Field 1. Swinging a foul back. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Sophie Westergaard. The runner at first is Mance for Burry. The 1-1 delivery is dropped out low. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Pitch, fouled first base side. That one caused Wacholtz in the on-deck circle to move out of the way. Kara Alexander, a pitcher that'll be taking her talents to the next level this year, or next year. She'll be heading to Concordia Moorhead in the fall. 2-2 coming outside, and now we go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Inning was extended on the Jerzak error back a moment ago. 3-2 with 2 down. 3-2 delivery, change up inside for ball 4. St. Cloud Cathedral crowd thought Westergaard was going to get rung up, but it didn't happen. Now, the catcher, Westergaard, is on base, and that will allow another courtesy runner to enter the game. That will be Audra Ingebrigtsen. So 2 courtesy runners on. First and second with 2 down, and Franny Wacholtz at the plate. She will look at a strike, 0-1. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the first inning. St. Cloud Cathedral with the first scoring chance, or Rockford, I should say, with the first scoring chance of this game as pitch goes high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rockford trying to make sure there will be a new champion here in Double-A. Ground ball towards third field, and at third by Meyer, and Mance will run in directly into the tag at third base to retire the side. So an error, a walk, and 2 runners left. We maneuver to inning number 2. It is a scoreless game here in the Double-A quarterfinals. This is State Softball 26 at NSPN.TV.
New journey.
Division 3 straight to Division 1.
New energy. Same standard.
The Tommies have climbed to the peak of the summit.
And your Pioneer Football League champions wear purple and gray.
No limits. Welcome to St. Thomas Athletics.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for going to Great Clips." They had your haircut details saved in clip notes, so the stylist gave you a great low fade at a great low price. Oh yeah, this works. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
Top of the second inning we go. St. Cloud Cathedral 0, Rockford 0. We're here in the 4-5 matchup in Class AA. All the action here on field number 2, narrated by yours truly, Darren Swenson, this week here in Mankato. I'll be here for 4 tomorrow and 2 on Thursday. McKenna Buckentine will lead off things here in inning number 2 as the pitch goes low, 1 ball and no strikes to count. McKenna is the daughter of assistant coach Bill Buckentine. Pitch out of the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Berkeley Mathiasen and Finley Polipnik here in the second inning for the Crusaders. Did she hold up on the swing? She did not. Well, might have been a called strike anyway. Nonetheless, it's going to be 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 the count from Burry. Swinging a foul back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 coming. Looper into center field. That will land in front of Wachholtz for a base hit. So the Crusaders, for the second straight inning, will get their leadoff runner on. Runner at first base. And nobody out. And since Buckentine is the catcher, she will get a courtesy runner at first base. That will be Jordan Bovey. Berkeley Mathiasen to the plate. Mathiasen will look in at a strike. It's 0-1. Runner at first and nobody out as pitch out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. So the Crusaders had an opportunity in the first inning. We'll try to take advantage of a leadoff runner here in the second. 1-1, pitch low, throw down to second base as the runner goes is not in time, as Bovey will take second base. So now it's 2-1 on Mathiasen, and she'll bat with a runner in scoring position. An inside-out swing and a foul ball. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Two. Outside corner, strike 3 called. Burry with her second strikeout. So 1 on, 1 out in the inning. And Finley Polipnik will bat for the Crusaders, and she'll look the first pitch outside. 1 ball and no strikes. No score here in inning number 2. Crusaders left 2 on in the first inning. The pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. One coming, bunted up the first base side. Out of the circle to field is Burry. She'll throw to Egbert at first for the out, with Bovey moving up to third. So 2 down in the inning and a runner at third. Bovey becomes the first runner to reach third base in this game. And Kira Alexander will come to the plate trying to help her own cause. The number 9 hitter and pitcher in the lineup. As the pitch is a strike, it's 0-1. Burry ready. Pitch in there for a strike again, and it's 0-2. Some oohs and ahs from the Crusader faithful on that call. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. 0-2 coming, swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout of Alexander. And Burry able to pitch around a leadoff single here in the second. 1 hit, 1 left, inning and a half done. It is a 0-0 game. This is State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
Built live. Built on passion. Built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for 3. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
No scores. We go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Lauren Egbert, Kinsley Kelvey, and Kara Griffin for Rockford. As we play the bottom of the second inning. Don't forget to follow us on the socials. NSPN Minnesota on the X, on the Facebook, and on the Insta, as the kids say. Get game highlights, scores, schedules, and much, much more. Keep track of us on the socials, NSPN.TV. Egbert will start things here in the bottom of the second inning as Alexander throws outside to her. Alexander retired the first 2 batters in the first inning, but an error and a walk put 2 runners on before Wacholtz rounded into a fielder's choice as Egbert fouls the next pitch back. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Absolutely gorgeous day here in North Mankato. 1-1 towards right field coming on. And try after it is Schneider. She can't get it. It's a fair ball. And Egbert will start the second inning with a single to right. Third base runner of the game already for Rockford. First hit of the game. And the batter will be Kinsley Kelvey. Kelvey, the shortstop, looks at the first one out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Kelvey was showing bunt in that situation. Coach Ingebrigtsen with a series of signs in the third base box. Ground ball towards second, fielded there by Bell. Goes to Jerzak for 1. Goes to first, not in time for the double play. They do get the lead runner, as Egbert retired 4-6 on the fielder's choice. 1 down here in the second inning. And the batter will be Kara Griffin, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for Rockford, in a 0-0 game here in the second inning. Griffin bunts her way through. The throw down to second base as Kelvey was taking off with the pitch, and she gets ahead of the throw and the tag from Jerzak. So a steal of second for Kelvey. It's an 0-1 count on Griffin, but she'll bat with less than 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. 0-1 delivery, bunted in the air, third base side. Diving attempt by the catcher Buckentine and the third baseman Meyer. They collide with each other, and the ball lands foul. They're both a little slow in getting up. Buckentine and Meyer are both smiling as they get up, so hopefully the only thing that was wounded was their pride there, but nonetheless, it's no balls and 2 strikes. You felt better about the situation as Buckentine was looking at Meyer as she was laying down and smiling. No balls, 2 strikes. Great effort by both those players there. 0-2 delivery, change up outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. In the home half of the second inning, Rockford the 4 seed, St. Cloud Cathedral the 5 seed. All 4-5 games are on day number 1 on field 2. This pitch goes high to even up the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count with one down. The pitch popped up right side at first base. Calling is Bout, and she will make the catch for the second out here in the second inning. And that'll bring up the ninth batter in the order, Ashlyn Mance. Mance will bat with a runner at second and 2 down here in the third inning of a scoreless game. The pitch caught the corner outside edge, and it's 0-1. 0-1 the count with 2 down. 0-1 taken for strike 2. And now it's no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 with 2 down. The 0-2 delivery well outside. Try to get Mance to chase, but showed discipline on the swing that time, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 with 2 down. The pitch, swinging a foul back to the protective netting behind home plate. Both these teams with 23 wins on the regular season. A combined record of 46-7 between the 4 seed and the 5 seed here in AA. The 1-2 is a swing and a foul, first base side and out of play. Onto the elevated area here at Caswell Park. So the count stays put at 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 with 2 down. The 1-2 delivery, fly ball, left field, retreating on it is Mathiasen. She can't get there. Kelby will score as she changes places with Mance. Mance with a 2-out RBI double, and Rockford on the board first. Kelby with an RBI double. Mance with an RBI double to score Kelby out of the 9-hole. Rockets on the board first. Altman will try to keep the line moving. First pitch down and in. Altman grounded to first, her first time up. One nothing the score. Next pitch out of the zone as well, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial now with a 5-0 lead in the 4th inning on Esco. Over on field number 1 right now. 2-0 delivery is in there for a strike. And it's 2-1 now. Fly ball down the right field line. It's in foul territory. Can Schneider get to it? She can't. Deuces Wild on the leadoff hitter in the Rocket lineup. They lead it 1-0 after the Mance double. Change up, a trifle outside, and it's now 3-2. Another change up taken outside. Runner tries to go to third, but puts the brakes on halfway between after Buckentine threw it to Meyer. So Altman will move down to what was a vacant first base. First and second with 2 down and 1 in. Ashley Storrs grounded to second her first time up. First one high and away from Alexander. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Alexander ready, and the 1-0 is a strike on the inside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Kira Alexander tries to prevent any further damage. The 1-1 delivery is high and away for 2 balls and 1 strike now. Runner at second is Mance. The runner at first is Altman, and Alexander misses again. Now it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 with 2 down. The pitch grounded up the middle. Jerzak to her left, picks it up, fires to first to retire Stortz on the side here in the inning. But a 2-out RBI double by Mance gets Rockford on the board. We move to the 3rd inning. Our new score is Rockford 1, St. Cloud Cathedral nothing. This is State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from summer town ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
A 1-0 lead for Rockford as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Liz Bell, Sadie Meyer, and Taylor Vout here in the 3rd inning for St. Cloud Cathedral. We'll see what they can do the 2nd time through the order. First time through the order, Lily Burry. Gave up 1 hit, walked 2, and struck out 3. First pitch out of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1 now. One ball, 1 strike. As Burry ready in the pitch. Chopper first base side, charging at second is Altman, and a quick underhand toss to first base, and Bell retired 4-3, 1 down here in the 3rd inning. One down, nobody on for Sadie Meyer. Meyer popped to 3rd, her first time up. The pitch is in there for a strike. Oh, 1. A little bit in there for a strike actually again. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2 the count and the pitch. Ground ball towards short, 1 hopper. Kilby will field on to first base. And she'll retire Meyer 6-3 for the 2nd out here in the top of the 3rd inning. So 2 down in the inning, and the batter is Taylor Vout. Burry looking for her first 1-2-3 defensive inning as the pitch is fouled away right side out of play. No balls and 1 strike to count. Vout grounded to first, her first time up, 0 for 1. The 0-1 delivery is a little bit low, a little bit outside for 1 ball, 1 strike. One. Fouled down the right field line into foul ground after it is Stores, but she can't quite get there. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 with 2 down. The 1-2 delivery, swing, and a foul at the plate. As Vout barely got a piece of it. One ball, 2 strikes, the count remains. 1-2 delivery, a ground ball towards third, fielded at third by Mance across the diamond. And for the first out of this game, St. Cloud Cathedral goes down in order, 3 up, 3 down. Home half of the third coming, Rockford leading by a 1-0 margin. State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips." You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted, with a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports, stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Bottom of the third inning we go. A 1-0 lead for Rockford. A 2-out RBI double by Ashlyn Mance. The difference in this game at the bottom of the second inning. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 due for Rockford here in the third. Lily Burry, Sophie Westgard, and Franny Wackel to pop up on the infield at shortstop. Jerzak is there. And 1 pitch, 1 out here in the third inning. Jerzak, second team All-Stater this year. And Sophie Westgard will come to the plate. And from the left-hand side of the plate, she walked in her first plate appearance. 1-0 the lead for Rockford here in the third. First pitch piped in, a strike by Alexander. And it snowballs and 1 strike to count. 0-1 delivery. Sliced down the left field line. It'll be a fair ball and all the way to the fence. Westegard will stand at second with a 1-out double. So Westegard has been on base twice in this game, as Audra Ingebrigtsen will get her courtesy at second base. And the batter will be Franny Wackel to hit into a force play to end the first inning. 0 for 1. 1-0 Rockford as we play the bottom of the third. The pitch is a little bit low. It's 1 ball, no strikes. One-0 coming. Bunted, third base side, bare hand pickup made by Alexander. She'll throw to Vout, retreating to the bag. And a second out of the inning coming up. So 2 down here in the frame and a runner at third. And the batter will be Lauren Ingbert. Ingbert singled to start the second inning. Changeup taken outside. 3 hits in the game thus far for Rockford. And 1 hit in the game thus far for St. Cloud Cathedral. 1-0 delivery, a pop-up foul ball, first base side. After it are 3 individuals, but it lands harmlessly foul just outside the first base dugout, occupied by St. Cloud Cathedral. 1 ball and 1 strike count. One and 1. The pitch out of the zone, 2 balls, 1 strike. Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial with a 5-0 lead across the way. That's in the 1-8 game on Field 1 against ESCO. Winners and losers will play the winners and losers of this game as it's smoked to left center field and deep, and that ball is gone. Lauren Egbert with a 2-run homer, and Rockford extends its advantage to 3-0. Again, both runs coming with 2 outs for the Rockets. Rockets now with 4 hits in the game. 3 have been for extra bases. And Kinsley Kelvey will look to keep the line moving. Kelvey reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the second. 0 for 1, a changeup taken for a strike, nothing in 1. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. Changeup taken low. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So again, 2 out runs have been the magic on this diamond today. We saw quite a bit in the 3A game. Here's a blooper, foul territory left side. Sadie Meyer at third will make the catch to retire the side, but 2-run score on 2 hits. Nobody left on base. We move to the 4th. 3-0. Rockford with the lead on NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips. You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports, stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Inning number 4 coming. So far, Lily Burry has struck out 3, or walked 2, and given up 1 hit through her 3 innings of work. Her offense has helped her out to the tune of 3 runs as CJ Zerjak look at the first pitch high, 1 ball, no strikes. Jerzak walked back in the first inning. Pitch in there for a strike. Since allowing 3 of the first 6 runners to reach, Burry has now retired 6 in a row. Pitch, swinging a foul back. And now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Burry walked 2 in the first inning. Gave up a leadoff single in the second inning, but has retired 6 in a row. Until then, a base hit to right field for Jerzak, who makes the turn and puts the brakes on after a leadoff single here in inning number 4. Kaya Keening will come to the plate. Keening struck out to end the first 0 for 1. That's the second hit for St. Cloud Cathedral. They get their leadoff runner on for the 3rd time in 4 frames. The first pitch is low and away. It's 1 ball, no strikes. (1-0), swing and a miss. It is 1 ball and 1 strike count now. Burry did give up a leadoff single to Buckentine in the second inning, but she was able to pitch her way around it. Pitch, swing and a miss. It's 1-2 now. One ball, 2 strikes to count. 1-2 coming. Foul back to the protective netting behind home plate. And the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kaya Keating at the plate with Jerzak at first base. The delivery is a foul ball, third base side, not a play. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2. Pitch foul down the right field line as she got around early on that changeup and a little too early. Rockford with a 3-0 lead. In that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Koenig. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Koenig down for the 2nd time of this game. That's a 4th strikeout for Burry. One on, 1 out for McKenna Buckentine. She singled in the 2nd inning. Her courtesy runner was left at 3rd. The only runner to reach 3rd today for the Crusaders, as the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. Burry's given up 2 hits, walked 2, and struck out 4 through her 3 1/3 to this proceedings. The pitch is outside. It is 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One coming. Swing and a miss on a good off-speed delivery. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 1-2, boy, just missed. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner goes, ground ball off the glove of Burry, and it trickles into center field for a base hit. So Buckentine is now 2 for 2 on the day. Jurzak at 2nd, Buckentine at 1st. Bovee will get her courtesy at first base. The batter will be Berkeley Mathiasen, who struck out looking in the 2nd and stares at a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 coming. Blooper into right field. It's going to land for a base hit. Rounding 3rd, coming to the plate is Jurzak. The throw, not in time. It trickles away from the catcher, and the runners will move up on the throw. Mathiasen with an RBI single. And St. Cloud Cathedral on the board here in inning number 4. Jurzak scoring. Bovee to 3rd, Mathiasen to 2nd on the sequence. And Finley Polipnik will continue the inning. She grounded back to the pitcher in the 2nd, 0 for 1. She swings and misses at the first one here. No balls and 1 strike. Pitch. A bunt attempt. Did she offer at it? No appeal asked for, and no signal from the home plate umpire that she did. Must have pulled the bat back, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Bovee the runner at 3rd. Mathiasen the runner at 2nd. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Bunted right in front of the plate. Runners will be at 2nd and 3rd. Now chasing her way back to 2nd is Mathiasen. It'll be a fielder's choice to allow Polipnik to reach, and the bases will be loaded here in inning number 4. Now Coach Ingebrigtsen is going to come out and ask the home plate umpire. By the time Bovee was putting the brakes on at 3rd base, Mathiasen was almost to 3rd base. And I think Coach Ingebrigtsen is asking whether those two touched each other, potentially creating a violation. The umpires will get together and to see if anybody else had a different view. They're having a discussion, and Coach Ingebrigtsen well within her right to ask for that, but it'll go as a fielder's choice. The umpires are still in deliberation mode. No signal has changed. Now the home plate umpire will offer his explanation to Coach Ingebrigtsen. And I guess I got to plead a little bit of ignorance on the rules. If they just touch, it's probably okay. If the runner from second surpasses the runner at third, then the arm goes up in the air. As Kara Alexander will try to help her own cause, she looks at the first pitch high. 1 ball, no strikes. The future Concordia Cobber struck out in the second inning. "1-0 from Burry. In there for a strike, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now. The runner at third is Bovee. The runner at second is Mathiasen. And Polipnik will be the runner at first. The pitch fouled back to the protective netting behind home plate. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2, outside. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2-2. Looper into left and deep. That ball is going to leave the yard. A grand slam home run by Kira Alexander. The absolute definition of helping her own cause right there. And a 5-run top of the 4th for the defending state champions. Kira Alexander, a grand slam. Bovee, Mathiasen, and Polipnik also along for the ride. St. Cloud Cathedral takes its first lead of the game, and Liz Bell looks to keep the fun going. She walked in the first, rounded to second in the third, and the academic All-Stater will take a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, 1 swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 now. We'll see how Burry focuses now after giving up the grand slam to her opposing pitcher. As the pitch taken for strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout. So 2 down, 5 in, nobody on. Sadie Meyer to the plate. The first team All-Stater is 0 for 2. Popped to third in the first and grounded to short in the third. The pitch down and in, 1 ball, no strikes. Meyer will be playing in the Senior All-Star Series here in Mankato. That will be next Sunday. 2-0, grounded towards short. 1 hopper. Kelby will field and a throw to first base. Diving to the bag to reach it safely was Meyer. And now Meyer's between first and second. She's in a rundown. Being chased back to the first base bag. The tag applied by the shortstop, Kelby. And the side is out here in the 4th inning. But a 5-run 4th for St. Cloud Cathedral. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and the base is left empty, but we're halfway home here in Game 3 of the day, as Meyer a little slow in getting up at first base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. A 5-3 lead for St. Cloud Cathedral on NSPN.TV.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from Summer Town Ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Bottom of the fourth inning we go. It's a 5-3 lead for St. Cloud Cathedral. A 5-run top of the fourth inning, highlighted by a Kira Alexander grand slam. Kira Griffin looks at the first pitch outside. Her second pitch she sees is a foul ball right side, and that just scared the bejeebers out of somebody over there. I don't know what the technical definition of bejeebers is, but the guy walking by who didn't notice the foul ball was a little frightened after the fact. Pitch outside, 2-1. Griffin popped out to first in her first plate appearance in the third. Swinging a pop-up foul, third base side, and that one going to land out of play. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to count on Griffin. And as so often, you get, when you're the visiting team, you get the big inning in the top of the frame. Now can you get that shutdown inning in the bottom of the frame? It'll be up to Alexander to do so here if you're St. Cloud Cathedral, of course. Pitch outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 down and in for ball 4 as Griffin will lead off the fourth inning by reaching. This is the third time. Or correction, the second time in 4 frames Rockford has gotten their leadoff runner on. Runner at first, nobody out. Ashlyn Mance to the plate, RBI double back in the second inning. A foul ball. And it's no balls and 1 strike. And when you're walking around here at Caswell Park, either have a hard hat on or have your head on a swivel. 0-1, Anthony isn't for a strike. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Nothing in 2 the count, the 0-2 high and away. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pop up, third base side, foul ball, out of play. And for those of you keeping track, there was no bejeebers scared out of anybody on that foul ball. That is correct. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swinging a pop-up. Third base side, Sadie Meyer at third base. Makes the catch in the third base coaching box. One down and nobody on. Gabby Altman will start the third trip around the batting order. She looks at a strike, nothing in 1. Altman grounded to first in the first and walked in the second. A 5-3 lead for St. Cloud Cathedral as the ground ball goes up the middle field at second by Bell. Goes to second for 1. Throw to first base wasn't in time, but Griffin, the lead runner, cut down for the second out of the frame. Altman will reach on the fielder's choice. Altman at first with 2 down. And Ashley Storrs, who is 0 for 2, will stand in. Grounds one left side. It's going to get through for a base hit. So first and second with 2 down. And Rockford, who has scored all 3 of their runs with 2 outs, will try to make some magic happen again here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Lily Burry will come to the plate. She reached on an error in the first and popped to short in the 3rd. Alexander took her deep in the top half of this inning. What can Burry do against Alexander here in the bottom half of the inning? She looks at the first pitch outside. It is 1 ball and no strikes. 5-3 St. Cloud Cathedral. Rockford has left 4 runners on. Fly ball into right. Schneider angling towards the line, makes the catch to retire the side. 1 hit, 2 runners left. Rockford has left 6 runners on through 4. 4 innings complete here in Mankato in the AA quarterfinals. St. Cloud Cathedral, the defending champs, lead it 5-3. This is State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
Built live, built on passion, built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for 3. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
Inning number 5 upon us. Good ball game thus far. St. Cloud Cathedral leading Rockford 5-3. First ball swinging, a ground ball fair. Taylor Vout kicks one into the left field corner. She's coming to second base, and she'll stand at second with a double to lead things off here in the 5th inning. That's the 4th time in 5 frames that St. Cloud Cathedral has gotten their leadoff runner on. So Vout, who had grounded out twice prior to that plate appearance, will lead off the 5th with a double. And C.J. Jerzak will look at the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Game opposite this one on the bracket. Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial, the undefeated top seed, is leading 8-0 in the 6th inning. Has a great pooper up the middle, goes through for a base hit. Stopping at third base will be Vout. Jerzak with a single. As the throw goes home, she'll maneuver to second base, so second and third with nobody out here in the 5th inning for the Crusaders. Rockford scored the first 3 in this contest, and the Crusaders scored the next 5. And Kaya Koenig, who has struck out twice, will be the batter. Infield up at all 4 spots. First pitch high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. St. Cloud Cathedral returning all starters from last year's state championship team. The 1-0 outside. It was the first state championship in school history. Two balls and no strikes on Koenig, with McKenna Buckentine on deck. And Koenig looks at a strike on the outside edge. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike count. A bunt attempt is straight up in the air. A diving attempt out in front of the plate was caught by the catcher, Westergaard. And that's the first out of the inning. Westergaard with a nice diving attempt and catch for the first out here in the top of the 5th. And the batter will be McKenna Buckentine. She's 2 for 2. Singled in the second, singled, and her courtesy runner scored in the fourth. She bats with runners at second and third when one down here in the top, the fifth of a 5-3 St. Cloud Cathedral lead. A bunt in front of the plate. The squeeze play is on. Fielded at the plate by Berry. Underhand toss to the catcher Westergaard, and Vout is retired for the second out of the frame. So the Cathedrals attempt the short game and the squeeze play to get a run home. But up to the challenge defensively was Berry. So 2 down here in the frame, and Berkeley Mathiasen will now bat with runners at first and third, and 2 down. Jordan Bovey will run for Buckentine at first, and Berkeley Mathiasen hammers one foul first base side. It is no balls and 1 strike. Pitch high and away, taking off at first and taking second uncontested is Bovey. One and 1 the count. 1-1. Inside corner taken for strike 2, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Mathiasen had the RBI single last frame after striking out in the second. Next pitch just missed. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Deuce is wild, 2-2, 2 out and 2 on, and a 2-run advantage for the Crusaders here in the 5th. The pitch, boy, just missed. 3-2 now. Three-two. Inside corner, strike 3 called. So St. Cloud Cathedral with 2 hits, and they leave 2 runners. We head to the bottom of the 5th. A 5-3 lead for the Crusaders in the AA quarterfinals here at NSPN.TV. This is State Softball 26 at NSPN.TV.
New journey.
Division 3 straight to Division 1.
New energy. Same standard.
The Tommies have climbed to the peak of the summit.
And your Pioneer Football League champions wear purple and gray.
No limits. Welcome to St. Thomas Athletics.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for going to Great Clips." They had your haircut details saved in clip notes, so the stylist gave you a great low fade at a great low price. Oh yeah, this works. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
For those of you in broadcasting, always good to turn the mic on before you want to talk. Sophie Westergaard here in the home half of the 5th inning takes the first pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Westergaard has walked and doubled, and her courtesy runner scored. A foul ball, right side, out of play. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial leading ESCO across the way 9-0 in the 6th inning. Winner of that one gets the winner of this one tomorrow at 11:30. 1 hopper towards second base and Bell. And the out recorded at first on the ground out. 1 down here in the 5th inning. So 1 down and nobody on. And Franny Wachholtz to the plate. Get into a force play in the 1st inning and sacrificed a runner up in the 3rd. First pitch out of the zone, 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Kira Alexander's given up 5 hits. Has walked 3, hasn't struck out anybody. Her team with only 1 error behind her. Drops in low. Actually dropped in on the corner for a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a foul at the plate. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little bit of wind making the temperature just about perfect here in Mankato today. Even here in North Mankato. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. The 1-2 delivery, a changeup taken outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Rockford has had base runners in every inning as the pitch goes high. So Alexander has yet to have a 1-2-3 inning. In fact, she has faced at least 5 in every inning in this frame. Swinging a foul at the plate. But thanks in part to a 5-run 4th inning. And Alexander providing 4 of those runs via a grand slam. Foul ball, third base side. Meyer angling over. Did she get it? She did. Before it hit the fencing in front of the dugout on the third base side, which is occupied by the Rockets, and that's the second out of the inning. Nice play by Meyer at third base, who read that one very nicely. Lauren Egbert will come to the plate. She's 2 for 2, a single in the second and a 2-run homer in the third. As the pitch goes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 coming. High, it's 2 balls, no strikes. Alexander again looking for her first 1-2-3 inning. 2-0 coming from Kira. Paints the black of the inside edge, actually just a touch inside. And now it's 3 balls and no strikes. The old automatic on 3-0 will make it 3 balls and 1 strike count. 3-1 with 2 down. The pitch, fly ball, center field and deep. Retreating on it is Koenig at the fence. She'll make the catch. Egbert gave another one a ride, but the ballpark held that one. And the third out of the bottom of the 5th inning results in the first 1-2-3 inning of the day for the Crusaders defensively. We head to the 6th. It's 5-3 St. Cloud Cathedral. This is State Softball 26 at NSPN.TV.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for saving time on a haircut at Great Clips." You checked in on the app, and boom, clean fade accomplished. The only question now is where to go show it off. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Eight, 9-1 for St. Cloud Cathedral as they look for some insurance here in inning number 6. Finley Polipnik takes a strike. It's 0-1. Outside of the 4th inning, Lily Burry has been outstanding. That 4th inning has been the headache as Polipnik swings and misses. It's 0-2. That 4th inning, she gave up 5 runs on 5 hits and struck out 2. Other than that, she's only given up 5 base runners, 3 on hits and 2 on walks. Piped in a strike on the outside edge. Polipnik down on strikes, and that will be strikeout number 7 on the day for Bury. And there's one down here in the 6th inning. Again, St. Cloud Cathedral, a reminder, is the visiting team. They are the 5 seed as compared to the Rockets being the 4 seed. Swing and a miss from Kira Alexander. It's 0-1. Alexander with the big blow of this game. She struck out in the 2nd inning, but a grand slam home run in the 4th. Got it over the left center field fence, and that at the time gave us a 5-3 lead, and that's where we remain as Alexander takes it outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Liz Bell to follow here in the 6th inning. The 1-1 delivery, bunts up the third base side underneath the glove of Mance, fielded by the pitcher Bury, and throws to first base with Alexander retired. 1-3 the put out. That's the 2nd or 3rd time in this game that Bury has done an outstanding job of being that 5th infielder as the pitcher. And Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial has finished off Esco across the way. They as a 9-0 final, so Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial will face the winner of this one tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 on field number 1. And Esco will face the loser of this one on field number 1 at 11:30. Pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-2 on Liz Bell. Bell, academic all-stater. The 0-2 delivery, just off the corner, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bell walked in the 1st, grounded to 2nd in the 3rd, and struck out looking in the 4th inning. Ground ball foul past the St. Cloud Cathedral first base coach. Todd Dingman, head coach for St. Cloud Cathedral, 124-31 in his 6-year career. The 1-2 outside corner, strike 3 called, and Bury gets a 1-2-3 top of the 6th, bottom of the 6th coming. Bottom 3rd of the order due for Rockford as we head to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 5-3 lead for St. Cloud Cathedral on NSPN.TV.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from Summer Town Ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Kinsley Kelby looks at a strike. She reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the 2nd and fouled out to 3rd in the 3rd. 5-3 St. Cloud Cathedral. A well-hit ball towards left field, and a running grab is made by Berkeley Mathiasen in left for the first out here in the 6th inning. We talked about this a bit last inning. Kira Alexander has not struck out a batter in this game, and I tell you what, the Cathedral defense has made some above-average plays behind her. And Kira Griffin will be the batter. Ground ball towards 3rd, gobbled up there by Myron. In one motion, she'll throw across the diamond. And 3 pitches has retired the first 2 Rockets here in the 6th inning. So 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. And Ashlyn Mance will come to the plate. An RBI double in the 2nd. And a foul out to 3rd in the 4th inning. 5-3 the lead for St. Cloud Cathedral. All runs for the Crusaders in the fourth. A changeup is over for a strike. No balls, one strike to count. 0-1 coming. Fly ball down the left field line into foul ground. Mathiasen is there. And did she make the catch? She did! It was out of your picture, but Mathiasen went into foul ground, lunged after it, made the catch to retire the side. An outstanding defensive inning for Mathiasen in left. We go to the seventh, 5-3 Crusaders. This is State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
Built live. Built on passion. Built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for three. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
So 2 of the 4 quarterfinal games here in Class 3A or in Class 2A are now done with. We mentioned that Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial has won 9-0 over Esco. Now Jackson County Central has just defeated Dilworth Linden Felton 4-1 as that one sliced towards right center field off the bat of Sadie Meyer, and running it down in right center, the center fielder Wacholtz. There's one down here in the inning. Meyer, first team All-Stater. Going to be playing in the Senior All-Star Series next Sunday here in Mankato, as is Taylor Vout. Vout 1 for 3. She doubled back in the fifth. She slices one into right field and deep. That ball will leave the yard. Taylor Vout with the second home run of the game for St. Cloud Cathedral. 5 of their 6 runs have come via the long ball, and it'll be at least a 3-run mountain to climb for the Rockets in the bottom of the 7th inning. Got one in the wheelhouse and went opposite field and over the right center field fence as Vout, the first team All-Stater, extends the advantage for St. Cloud Cathedral. First ball swinging is C.J. Zerjak, and Jerzak fouls the first one off. No balls, 1 strike. She's been on base all 3 times today. A walk in the first, a single and a run scored in the 4th, and she singled again in the 5th. Pitch is outside, 1 ball, 1 strike to count. One in there for a strike, and now it's 1-2. You're looking ahead to the Rockford bottom of the 7th inning. Altman, Stores, and Bury at the top of the order will be due for the Rockets. Ground ball, 1 hopper right back to Bury. She fields the circle very well and throws on to first base for the out. So 2 down and a runner at first for Kaya Kading. Koenig struck out in the first, struck out in the 4th, and popped to the catcher in the 5th. 6-3 Crusaders in the 7th inning as that one fouled away, third base side, out of play. No balls, 1 strike to count, the 0-1 delivery. In there for a strike on the outside edge, and now it's 1 ball, or rather no balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order due for Rockford in the bottom of the 7th inning, but they'll have at least a 3-run mountain to climb, but at least 3 outs to play with. A strike swing, and it's called a strike. It's taken by Westgard. She'll throw on to Egbert at first to officially record the putout, but a big insurance run on the Taylor Vout home run. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is the St. Cloud Cathedral 6-3 lead on State Softball 26 from NSPN.TV.
New journey.
Division 3 straight to Division 1.
New energy. Same standard.
The Tommies have climbed to the peak of the summit.
And your Pioneer Football League champions wear purple and gray.
No limits. Welcome to St. Thomas Athletics.
If your hair could talk, it would probably say, "Thanks for going to Great Clips." They had your haircut details saved in clip notes, so the stylist gave you a great low fade at a great low price. Oh yeah, this works. Take it from your hair. Take yourself to Great Clips.
Top of the order due for Rockford here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Gabby Altman will look at a strike from Kira Alexander. Alexander has retired the last 7 she has faced since a Storrs single back in the 4th. Next pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. She's given up 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. She walked 3 and struck out 0. Swung at a foul back, first base side. Her team has played some outstanding defense behind her, including 2 above-average catches by Berkeley Mathiasen. Last frame. 1-2. Change up, sliced into right field. That one will land fair. It'll be a single for Altman. She'll try to go to second. Picking it up is Schneider and throwing to second for the out. Altman gets a single. Schneider got to it quickly there, more quickly than Altman thought she would. And it's going to be the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bell taking the throw. So 1 down, nobody on. Ashley Storrs looks at a strike, nothing in 1. And the winner of this one gets Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial tomorrow at 4:30. Loser will play at 11:30. Both teams will play on field 1. Pitch a strike, and it's nothing in 2 now. Alexander yet to have a strikeout, but her team has played very good defense behind her. The pitch just a bit outside. It's now 1-2. One and 2 with 1 down. Pitch just off the corner again. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. St. Cloud Cathedral, the defending state champions. 2-2. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Kara Alexander. And there's 2 down here in the 7th inning. And the last hope for the moment is Lily Bury. Bury reached on an error in the first, popped to short in the 3rd, and flew out to right in the 4th. 6-3 the score here in the 7th. The pitch inside, a 5-run 4th inning. It made the difference, including a Kira Alexander grand slam home run. 1-0 on Bury. Over for a strike, and now it's 1-1. One and 1 the count. Pitch barely missed inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Alexander delivers. Foul ball right side. Off the protective netting on the first base side of the diamond. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the pitcher against pitcher matchup. Two coming. Riser up. Now we maneuver to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sophie Westergaard hoping for a turn on deck. The 3-2 coming. Up the middle, off the leg of Alexander. Fielded at first by Fout. She'll win the race with Fury to the bag. And St. Cloud Cathedral, the defending champions, will move on to the semifinals. St. Cloud Cathedral wins it by a 6-3 margin. Totals in the game: 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and 5 left for St. Cloud Cathedral. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 7 left for Rockford. Winning pitcher Kira Alexander gives up 6 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walking 3 and striking out 1. Losing pitcher Lily Bury. So with the win, St. Cloud Cathedral improves to 24-4. They will play tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. against the top seed Lake Crystal Welcome Memorial in the semifinals. So Rockford will play Esco on field number 1 tomorrow, and that will be at 11:30. So the AA quarterfinals are done now, as St. Cloud Cathedral, the defending champs, keep their hope of a repeat alive as they win it 5-3 in this one. So that's going to do it for the broadcast. We'll have our single A championship bracket game coming up. The 4-5 game will be Bold against Southland. That'll come up here in about a half hour or 45 minutes. So, from field number 2, Darren Swenson saying so long for just a little while. St. Cloud Cathedral wins it 6-3. Back soon on NSPN.TV. This is State Softball 26 on NSPN.TV.
This is NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.